everyone, Chocolo here for Look Back episode 29. Yes, it's been a long time, 3 months I think, but we're back. We're back in style. Well, maybe. Yeah, those you don't know, Look Back is basically where I look back at chocolate products or whatever reviews I did essentially 1 year and 5 years ago. So yes, it'll be a very interesting one. Now, what I've done was, as I say, it became a bit overwhelming. I didn't have the time to do it all for the past 3 months, and the list built up and I couldn't catch up. So what I've done, I've just thought, you know what, I'm just going to go from where I am now, a year ago and 5 years ago. And just, at some point I might catch up with the ones I missed. It's just the way I've got to start, it's just too much. So anyway, we'll ignore all that for the moment. I'll try and catch up at some point. But this is what I reviewed 1 year ago and 5 years ago. So that's how I'm catching up. So there's not, I'm going to try and keep it concise as well. Literally, I think I've done it from Monday to Sunday, essentially, of a week, roughly a year ago. So obviously it doesn't quite work out generally. And then next time I'll do it from the Monday to Sunday the next time. So I'm going to keep doing it like that basically. So that's how it's going to be. So I think it's going to be a good way, and hopefully there's still plenty of reviews to be honest with you. Not too many 1 year ago, but there's still a load to do. And if I say that, there was a Canadian special that will come to, which had quite a few. Yeah, so those you don't know, I do have a member program as well, which has exclusive reviews. So yeah, I did a Nestle Pumpkin Spice Flavour Shreddies. Yeah, so cereal reviews. So I do, my members who do different kinds of products. So that's available to see a year ago if you're a member. So go check that out if you want to become a member. Links in the description. Probably up here as well if I remember to put it there. So check that out. And what actual reviews did I do a year ago? Well, I did the Mr. Kipling's Apple Pear and Custard Crumble Tarts. Basically, gave these a 2.5 out of 5. Said there's not enough filling because there's just lots of cavities in there. When you actually cut into it and you see they have really big holes in there. I thought it was quite nice though. I'm tempted to up it to a 3 out of 5. I feel like it might have been a bit too harsh. I probably deducted it because there was not enough filling. Swings around about, I think for me, I'm going to up these to a 3 out of 5, but only just because they are such, I'll say pear, apple, and custard tart. It's a nice combination. That's honest with you. And on another day, I might say, 2.5 out of 5 was right, and I think I did actually reduce it from 3 to 2.5 in the review. So, as I say, but today I'm thinking a 3 out of 5. It was very close, and as I say at the time, I did say a 3 and then reduced it to a 2.5, and up it again to a 3. So on another day, maybe when I do look back in 4 years' time, look back at this, review from 5 years ago, as it would be then. I'll say, it's actually 2.5 out of 5, but yeah, there we go. And then the Canadian special as well, live review special. Yeah, thanks so much to Rick for all these. Yeah, so first one I did was the Mr. Big Bar, basically like a Lion Bar with peanuts. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. I'm going to lower this one to 3 out of 5. I don't know. I've tasted, I've not reviewed it yet actually, or not published it yet. I've tasted another Lion Bar with peanuts, and I know what they should be like, and let's just say that one was a good bar. So this one, yeah, I think it's a 3 out of 5, a bit standard. Maybe a 2.5 out of 5, but I'll say a 3 out of 5, I think. So, yeah. Then the Jersey Milk Chocolate, just a plain chocolate bar, this one. Thought it was alright, nothing too special. I gave it a 3 out of 5. I might... I think I might reduce this to 2.5 out of 5, just because I feel like, a standard box of milk chocolate Gary, it was okay. I don't think it was my favourite. I don't remember thinking, I've got to have that again. So, yeah, I think I'm going to say 2.5 out of 5 for that one. It just wasn't quite as exciting as I would have liked. Then the O. Henry Bar, Peanuts and Fudge. A bit like a Snickers, really, but the nougat is a bit vanilla-y. Give it a 3 out of 5, just not as good as Snickers, basically. I think a Snickers is around a 3.5 out of 5. So I think this one's about right, really. Yeah. So it was alright then. But then we did have the O. Henry Reese's. So basically the above, but with a Reese's peanut butter centre. A bit like a sort of Reese's Nutrageous bar. I thought it was a bit too peanutty for me, which probably is the case with the Nutrageous one as well. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 though. I thought it was better than the other one, just with the Reese's inclusion in the middle. And I think that's probably about right with this one as well. So yeah. Then the Cherry Blossom as well. This is a Canadian classic. Yes, Rick sent me this one. Basically sort of glacé cherry with cherry sort of syrup inside, essentially, covered in milk chocolate, like a milk chocolate case, essentially. It was all right. I think it was nice. It was a nice experience, but very messy. And put on YouTube, because quite big as well. It wasn't. You could probably just fit it in your mouth all at once, but some people might struggle. But yeah, it just probably wasn't. It wasn't. It had coconut in as well. Actually, I think the syrup was coconutty. I think from memory. I thought it wasn't cherry enough though for me. I gave it a 3 out of 5. I think that's probably about right. I don't think, if anything, it's close to 2.5 out of 5. It was all right, It was all right. But a Canadian classic, you know what I mean? I think it was interesting. It was different, and that's why, yeah. It's more of, I think if it wasn't so distinct, I think it might be a 2.5 out of 5. But it was good, It had something to it, and it was a bit different than anything else. So yeah. Ran it 5 years ago. So yes, what did we do? We had the Elizabeth Shaw's dark chocolate mint crisp selection. So it's like a sort of, like, well, it's like these sort of like dark chocolate discs with crispy bits inside. It had a lovely, it came in like a hexagon box, sort of flat on top and bottom, not quite a big tub like Quality Street or something. I think they're hexagons, they're octagons. Anyway, a nice box. Really came in. It looked a bit like it was sort of arranged on top of each other in a circle. Really lovely looking product actually. Looked really nice. It's like a sort of alternative to After Eight, really. Something, that kind of product you can give people after, as they have a coffee after a meal or something like that when they're around your house. It's that kind of chocolate, you know what I mean? Something that my mum would have, put out like that. So it had the sort of nice, elegant, prestige look to it. It looked nice. And they were pretty good as well. I give them 4 out of 5, and I think that's probably about right. They had the elegance, that look to them, that sophistication that you'd want, and I think they tasted pretty good as well. But they are what they are. They're sort of dark chocolate mint. Think like a sort of After Eight, without the cream sense, but like a crunchy mint instead, but in a disc and a bit thicker. So yeah, they were good. Did what they did and did it well, and they look good, which is what you're after with those. And then I did the Cadbury's Original Break Bar. Yeah, this was basically, I think what they essentially changed to Cadbury Melts. So these ones are like sort of like a, not quite a rectangle, but rectangular in shape, if you imagine, that sort of thing, bit sort of rounded off on the corners and stuff. But basically been replaced by the Cadbury's Melts in the end. I think they're still around, which are a circular cookie. These are the same sort of thing where you're meant to heat them up. I thought they were just nothing. There was nothing about them really. I thought they were okay, but they just didn't have much of a taste. I gave them a 3 out of 5, but this one I think is down to a 2. For me nowadays, that sort of thing would be a 2 out of 5. I said they were not unpleasant, but they just had nothing going for them. So, it could even be a 1.5 out of 5, but I think I'm going to stick with a 2 because you could technically warm them up and it would make them a bit better. But yeah, that was the original one. They had the same thing, but this one was the chocolate break bar. So the same thing, but the biscuit around the outside or whatever it was actually sort of chocolate biscuit. So it's basically the same thing really. And again, had the same problems. No real taste or flavour, even the chocolate bits. The chocolate biscuit around the edge. So again, I gave it a 3 out of 5, but I think it's really a 2 out of 5. So for the same reasons, yeah, disappointing. And again, it's been replaced now. It's obsolete biscuit basically. Can't get them anymore. Yeah. So the sort of the melts were better, but still had similar problems really. But they were just done a bit better, more like a cookie with different chunks and stuff. Right, then we had some Ritter Sports as well. The Ritter Sport Winter Creation. It was the German versions. I think they weren't available in the UK at the time. I didn't get them anyway. So Weisse Zimt Crisp and White Cinnamon Crisp, this one. Yes, I'm sure you can get these actually in the UK now. They should have been coming out for the past couple of years as the winter sort of selection or creation or whatever range it is. This is white chocolate, basically with sort of cinnamon crisp in it, as I say. So crunchy bits in. I gave it a 4 out of 5. I thought it was really nice actually. I thought the flavour's not the best, but just worked really nice. The white chocolate was nice. It just worked really well together. And I think, I'm going to keep it the same, I think. Maybe I have to re-review this one. I think I did review the UK version at some point. I can't quite recall what I gave it, so yeah, I'm not sure. But it wasn't too bad. I think one of them has been replaced now, I think, with the macaroon, my coconut macaroon one, I think. I don't think it was that one. Yeah, I think it's one of the others that I'm coming up to in a minute, actually. But yeah, so not too bad. It is available around winter time generally. Give it a 4. Maybe it'd be a 3.5, I'm not sure, but I'm going to keep it the same for the moment because when I reviewed this one at the time, I was very happy with it. It sounded quite, like I enjoyed it a lot. So I'll keep it the same, but if anything, that'll be a 3.5 out of 5 thing. But based on what I was saying at the time, I'll keep it the same. Yeah. Then I had the Ritter Sport Winter Creation Speculoos, basically. I think this one's still about. And I said it was like, I didn't know what Speculoos was at all at the time. I was trying to work out what it was, and I thought I'd work it out by tasting it. And it just tasted like a rich tea biscuit. It had like a slab of biscuit covered in chocolate. So it just literally had a slab of biscuit in there. And I thought it'd be nice if the biscuit came up to the top a bit more, but obviously, logistically, wouldn't do that. On the top of each segment, in the Ritter Sport bar. I read on the ingredients had spices in there, but I couldn't really taste them either, so I thought it was a bit disappointing. I thought it was just like rich tea, the flavour was quite subtle and things, at the time. So the biscuit wasn't anything too great, I'd say. Rich teas are not bad though, they have the place, but I don't know, I felt like it might have been a bit better if it was another kind of biscuit. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Yeah, I think it's probably, I'll keep it the same. So if anything, I'm tempted to lower it to a 3, but I don't know. It's not bad. It's got a nice wintry taste. It's not too bad, so yeah. Keep it the same. Now the last one of the winter creation I think this is the one that's disappeared. Sugared almonds, basically. Gebrand Mandel. The winter creation from Ritter Sport. Yeah, so this one I gave, well, I don't know what I was thinking. I gave it like a 4.5, but a 3 because it wasn't very wintry. I thought, 4.5 is quite high though, really, to be honest with you. So I think that's basically what I kind of gave it, really. I'm just saying it wasn't very wintry, so you should really give it a 3 because of that. I don't know, but I'll say maybe in Germany, whatever, it is more wintry. I think I don't think it's worth 4.5 though. I think it's quite nice. I think it's quite similar to ones like honeyed almonds and things where you get like a sweet almondy crunch in it. And I thought it wasn't too bad really. I think 4.5 might be too high though. But it was still, nice. But I think this is one that they replaced, as I say, with the coconut macaroon flavour one they do now in the winter creation. So I don't think you can get this one anymore. Although I wouldn't say coconut macaroon is very winter either, so I don't know what they're doing there with that. Maybe, as I say in Germany, maybe it is. So a bit of, I said it's quite subtly sweet, quite nice though, but there's other Ritter Sports that are quite similar. Maybe that's why they replaced this one. I say I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. I think that's too high. I think for me, I gave it, I said it was a 3 without the Christmas, because it wasn't very Christmassy, but I liked it and thought it was a 4.5 really. So I think for me though, it's not really a 4.5. I think it's a 4 basically. Maybe a 3.5, but based on what I said, I'll meet in the middle sort of. Yeah, give it a 4 out of 5. So yeah. So still nice though, but not quite that good, I don't think. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Links for all these reviews are in the description, so go check all those out. Hopefully you'll find out more as well if you want to see a bit more of what they actually, what I mean and which ones are actually quite nice and what I thought at the time. Some of my reviews are quite old in the 5 years ago one, so it's quite interesting to see those. The difference between now and then. But yeah, hope you enjoyed those. As I say, links are in the description. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching guys. Take care. Bye for now. See ya.